Hi Leo, welcome to Third Eye Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the second half of October 2025, or for whenever you find it. Let's get started. Hey Spirit, please bring messages for Leo's highest good. Thank you. So welcome back, Leo. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks so much. So happy to have you here. If you're new to my channel, welcome. When I have all of my cards available to me, I like to get one overall theme from the wild unknown archetype and read from the book. I think it's beautifully written. You have the Father, page 65. Alongside the Mother, the Father resides in the central axis of the archetypal family. The Father embodies both light and dark aspects of the masculine, thus he is infinitely dynamic and complex. His energy is strong and regal, embodying such virtues as honesty, wisdom, and loyalty. Yet, ironically and simultaneously, the Father is often absent, literally or emotionally. Through absence or action, the Father eventually reveals that he is neither a king nor a god, but a human being with many flaws and wounds. He is both the guardian and the one who leaves us to the wolves. Here, yet gone. The champion and the failure. The Father can never resolve or escape this duality. It is inherent in the archetype itself. Witnessing the Father's limitations allows the child to grow beyond the family and into the world. Are you becoming a father, Leo? Are you resolving conflict with a father? Let's open with my mashed up deck for Leo. This is Rider-Waite-Smith with some additional major arcana thrown in for fun. On the cut, we have the Five of Swords. So that is conflict. Maybe we are resolving conflict or breaking free from, it could be a very controlling home environment, a very controlling father figure, perhaps. Who knows? Let's see what comes out in the tarot. This is for Leo. Messages for Leo. Thank you, Spirit. Now we're seeing the Tower. So yeah, that's explosive. There could be some sort of a rift that's either being mended or that has just occurred. We see it's causing somebody to go into hermit mode here with the Hermit showing up. That's major arcana for Virgo, but someone who's searching their soul here. It seems they are wounded from the battle, right? With this Nine of Wands, you see the bandage over the head. So somebody here has really fought through a lot of battles, but they're still standing. They still have fight left in them. They're still going to persevere. That's the energy of the Nine of Wands. Messages for Leo. Thank you, Spirit. The Knight of Pentacles is your first card out. This is considered the slowest moving of the knights in the tarot. There could have been some sort of a block here that somebody was blinded to. They couldn't even see. And if you're not aware of something, how are you supposed to do anything about it, right? But here with this Knight of Pentacles, you can see the fields have been plowed. There's been a bit of preparation ahead of time, like prepping the soil in order to accept that pentacle seed, you know, that something can grow a firm foundation and go straight to victory. So that's interesting because the Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight, the Chariot is a very fast energy. It's incoming quickly, blasting through obstacles, but sort of a paradox though, because you see these Sphinx who are pulling the Chariot. They're not actually pulling anything. They're laying down. And that is to represent like the challenge that they present, or the question is like, how well does the driver know themselves? Because if you don't know yourself, if you're blinded to something, you could self-sabotage your own success and drive the chariot off into the weeds, right? The chariot is a major arcana for the sign of Cancer. Messages for Leo, please. Leo, the sun. This is your major arcana. So it looks like you're driving straight into victory. You're moving out of a very difficult time period with this Six of Swords here into a smoother time period where everything just is falling into place, so to speak, or at least we're in a more emotionally and mentally comforted, soothed place. Even if it's not physical movement, although it very well could be. Messages for Leo. Thank you. Leo, your other major arcana is on the bottom of the deck, the Strength card. So this is a card of inner mastery, self-discipline. Wow. I hadn't even looked. The Devil is what came out next. So yeah, someone here in this story had to work on controlling some sort of an addiction or codependent behavior or a toxic thought pattern. Maybe it was a toxic work environment or home environment, like I mentioned. It could have been a very controlling parent or father figure. In any case, there's an element of control. You see the chains that have these people bound, right? So there's something that needed to be overcome with the Strength here. It's like an inner battle. We have 8 of Wands coming out under that Knight of Pentacles. So again, emphasizing some interesting. 7 of Pentacles is next. So it was like, it's like somebody wants to rush forward, but there's something that's stopping them, that's keeping them on pause, I feel. And especially here with this 2 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, you see this person is planning how to get from point A to point B. There's a distance that needs to be crossed, perhaps over water, not necessarily, but it's interesting here, this 8 of Wands, which is fast, rapid movement and communication. There's water down here, so over water once again. But with this 7 of Pentacles coming underneath the Chariot, it is absolutely giving me like there's someone who wants to rush forward, but there's a hurdle that needs to be overcome first. Messages for Leo. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. So Knight of Wands, it could indicate somebody who's very, very passionate. 7 of Swords on the bottom of the deck, paired together with the Devil and the Knight of Wands. This could be someone who has a sex addiction. Knight of Wands is a very passionate energy, but it's non-committal. It moves from flower to flower, from person to person. It's someone who can stay way, way over there as far as I'm concerned. But, you know, everybody gets to choose who they want to be. You're not free from the consequences of those choices, of course. But in any case, one more, please, for Leo. Thank you. We got 2 more. So the World is on the bottom of the deck. This is perhaps involving travel, like I've kept saying here. 9 of Wands is officially out, and so is the 2 of Wands that we saw as I was shuffling. So, yeah, there's some sort of an obstacle to overcome, but somebody doesn't want to give up. They don't want to, they want to continue fighting for something here. Wow, that is so crazy, Spirit. They had me look underneath the World, and we have the 5 of Wands. So fighting, that's literally what this is. Somebody wants to continue fighting for, whether it's breaking free from something and traveling somewhere else in the world, or moving towards their happiness, their wish fulfillment, because we have under those 2 cards the Chariot once again with the Nine of Cups. So that is literally basically the same energy as the Chariot with the Sun, right? The Nine of Cups is a very happy energy. It's a wish fulfillment. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. So that's interesting how they lined those up. Let's start clarifying. We're going to use steampunk for clarification today. For Leo, thank you. On the cut, Nine of Wands. So yeah, wounded warrior. Somebody who wants to continue putting in the effort towards something, though. They don't want to throw in the towel. They want to keep fighting here. Wow, Leo. So this is either your energy with the Sun on the other side. You know, you're wanting to continue fighting for something here, or someone feels this way about you, right? So find your place in the story. Possibly it could be both. This Nine of Wands, though, he's got like an eyepiece, right? He's got like a spyglass. Like he's got like a very close eye on someone. Clarification, please, for Leo. Thank you, Spirit. Seeing the Five of Wands again with the Eight of Cups. Somebody is walking away from, it feels like an ongoing fight. So like maybe, you know, this energy is like, I don't want to keep fighting that, you know, endless battle. I just want to take what's left of my stamina and go elsewhere where I can, you know, plant a seed that will actually take root and grow into something, you know, take root and grow. Seven of Pentacles. It's like there's a bit of a pause, though, on that harvest, right? Something has grown, but it's not quite mature enough for harvest. You know, and to be a little bit nicer to this energy, even though it is considered a player energy and the Devil card is here, and it did show up when the Seven of Swords was on the bottom of the deck. And my point being is this could be somebody who's breaking free from a very controlling household, and they're finally free to go after their happiness. So let's start clarifying. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles, please. Has the Eight of Wands right under it. Like somebody wants to go so badly, but something's keeping them kind of paused. The Magician is the first, is clarifying this Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. The World is on the bottom of the deck. The World is also on the other deck, on the bottom of the other deck. So manifesting a slow grow, right? Something that builds steadily, not too quickly, even though there is somebody here who really kind of is chomping at the bit and wanting to push things forward. There's a lot of passion here. Clarify the Chariot, please. The Five of Cups. So a very heavy emotional energy. As you can see, this person's face down at a bar, crying, or just feeling very down, right? Having that clarify the Chariot is saying to me that somebody needs to get right emotionally inside of themselves first before they can go, you know, have this new, fresh Ace of Cups here. All right, clarify the Sun. This is very, very happy energy, the Sun for Leo. Thank you, Spirit. No, not half the deck. That is crazy. Okay, I saw the Two of Cups, but it's too late. I put it back already. Coming out to clarify the Sun, we have the Judgment and the Page of Wands. So because I saw the Two of Cups briefly, it could have something to do with relationship, right? Romantic relationship. Doesn't have to be, but I'm feeling it that way. The Judgment is a rebirth, something coming back to life, something that could have closed out here and left somebody feeling sad. They want their sunshine back, Leo. So that's you know, obviously. You're either feeling this or somebody's feeling it about you. Page of Wands. They're about to communicate or initiate communication. Three of Wands, again with these little spy glass, right? So they've been keeping a close eye on you. The Devil is next. They could feel quite like addicted to you, but we have the Two of Pentacles coming out. So it could be somebody who juggled you. The Two of Pentacles is like, do I want this one or do I want this one? And then going back and forth between two different people or options or what have you. The Hermit is on the bottom of the deck. So somebody could have like really searched their soul here. On their behavioral patterns, okay? That's how it feels. So the Eight of Wands, maybe they've really done some like inner introspective work there and now they want to communicate. Oh yeah, apparently that's the truth. With the Ace of Swords coming out to clarify the Eight of Wands. So those being two cards of communication and the Ace of Swords being the truth. So whatever I just channeled, I guess that's accurate for someone. We have the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. This is our intuition, okay, our inner navigational system, but it could be that whoever is receiving this communication already kind of senses it coming, right? Because the High Priestess knows all the secrets of the universe. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles, please, for Leo. Thank you. Somebody maybe at one point they really didn't know how they felt about a situation, and as they've like sat back and watched things slowly maturing here, maybe they themselves have been maturing here. We go Knight of Cups, King of Cups, right? So these emotions have like matured. They could have been doing a lot of inner work on themselves with this Eight of Pentacles coming out, on realizing where they were emotionally, which made them miss out on a lot of opportunities. Four of Cups, again, referencing that self-sabotaging energy of, you know, how well do you know yourself? Because if you don't, you'll sabotage your chariot into the weeds, right? The Three of Wands is here as well. So that's a building of momentum and excitement. So somebody could feel like now that they've done some inner work here, inner emotional work, they're starting to get excited about their future again, and the possibility of, you know, their hopes and dreams and wishes being fulfilled, coming true, the aspirations, you know, goals that we're moving towards, whatnot. Our ship's arriving, so to speak. The Knight of Wands, clarify the Knight of Wands for Leo. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. Holy cow. Okay, listen, it's bringing us right back to that Seven of Pentacles. First of all, we just clarified the Seven of Pentacles with all of that cup energy, right? The maturation of emotions. Here we have the Nine of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Devil again. to clarify this Knight of Wands. Somebody, I feel, honestly, this is, you know, take it or leave it. It's a free reading on YouTube. So, like, if it doesn't resonate, who cares, right? But I feel that somebody was moving very selfishly, very passionately, just instant gratification, as the actual gratification, as the actual addiction, okay, with this devil again. And it's clarifying the Knight of Wands. This is perhaps something they had to work on, and while they were like trying to work on that, they kept an eye on someone else here, and now it's like they want to bridge a distance. Two of Wands. Look at the top of the deck though. It's the Ten of Swords. So like after like all that damage was done, now they want to like bridge the gap. They don't want to give up something here. They want to keep fighting for something here. Clarify the Two of Wands, please. For Leo. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, Leo, there you are, the King of Wands with the Ace of Wands. So they are extremely passionate for you, or this is how you are feeling about somebody, right? They don't want to give up. They don't want to throw in the towel on this. The Nine of Wands, please. For Leo, thank you. Yeah. Wow, all that shuffling, and that Ace of Wands is back on the bottom of the deck. So they want to build slowly. The Knight of Pentacles was your first card to come out today. And here it is again. So it's like they don't want to throw in the towel. They don't want to give up. They want to start again, but they want to start slowly and build a firm foundation here. But yeah, there's a lot of passionate energy, no doubt. And they see you as a star, or this is how you see somebody. Look at the star under the Ace of Wands, major arcana for Aquarius, which is, of course, polarity to you. The Devil is the major arcana for Capricorn. Don't know if I mentioned that. Let's get some Burning Heart Love Oracle. Your energy is intoxicating and it's pulling me in. So they could feel quite addicted to you. I mean, the Devil is here twice. I underestimated how important you are in my life. And we're meant to be together. I will wait as long as it takes for a shot with you. That Seven of Pentacles did come out twice. That is the waiting game, isn't it? The Hidden Truth Oracle, please, for Leo. If you like the way I read the cards, Leo, please subscribe to this channel. And give this video a thumbs up. It's super helpful to get me into the algorithm of YouTube. If you would like a private reading with me, the information on how to contact me is down below in the description box. You just click on the title to the video. It'll pull it down for you. And if you would like to donate to my channel and give me a tip, that would be amazing. I have a link or two in the description box. I bury myself in work to forget you. I think that they may have tried to do that, but it didn't work. They could have tried to distract themselves in multiple ways. I left you before you could leave me. Some Moonology, please, for Leo. Thank you, Spirit. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. And believe in the impossible. Blue moon energy. Angels and ancestors, please, for Leo. Thank you, Spirit. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. That reminds me of this Nine of Wands here. Then we also have Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. All right, a couple cards from the Oracle of Seven Energies for Leo. Thank you, Spirit. We have the land between, and this always reminds me of the Rumi quote, and I don't know it exactly verbatim, but it's something to the effect of, out beyond the notions of good and bad, there is a field. Meet me there. So I love that. We also have endless possibilities. All right, let's get you some Manifest Success cards. This is for Leo. Thank you, Spirit. We have Watch. It's time to profit. Divine timing. Seize the moment. Waiting period. Temp work. And laid off. We also have Buddha. Life purpose. More than money. Spiritual wealth. Counselor, being guided, and divine path. Okay, Animal Oracle card, please, for Leo. Thank you, Spirit. You have Swan, Grace. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. And this always reminds me of the Ugly Duckling story, and, you know, how some of us are a slow grow, you know. Couple of cards from the Star Code Astro cards. Thank you. We have Debilitated Discomfort and 6th House Sustainability. That's the house of Virgo. All right, let's get some dolphins for Leo. Thank you, Spirit. These are my dolphin cards, Leo. They are decades old and very well loved, we'll just say. They're a little worn. We have crystalline structures, networking, and magic. Fun. Let's get some charms for Leo. This one jumped out. It's a little owl. We have an angel. It says love. We have a little dolphin, which reminds me of lighthearted fun. And we have a little chocolate kiss. Well, it's not actually chocolate. It's metallic. But it's, you know, supposed to be a little Hershey's Kiss. Let's get a blessing, please, for Leo before we close out. Thank you, Spirit. A blessing on your wisdom. And a blessing of the earth. So those two together remind me of that hermit energy, which is Virgo's energy, an earth sign, and, you know, the hermit being a card of wisdom. That's what I have for you, Leo. I hope something in this was helpful. Until next time, take it easy. Bye.